lot. And it's too bad. I was going to try to get the device. I was going to actually do this on my iPad so we could move around and I could do, just show you some of that, but it's not going to work out. I've also got another studio with my piano in it, which is downstairs in the sunroom. And then next door here, there's an art studio because I do some dabbling in art, of course. Nothing like the ladies who are in the room. So basically, I think today, because I've got some musicians here who I think would like to just do some like Don, I just want to say hi to you. Can you hear me?
Just barely. I'm going to switch my headphones. Just hang on.
Okay. So Don is a musician as well, and I love his band, and Ann Helen. So I'm gonna get a little started with let's start with a song. How's that sound? Let's start with a song because I think singing is what it's going to be all about. So if you know this song, you can mute your mic and sing along. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't move their heads when they see me ride by. And that little old maverick is winking her eyes. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And that old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. There you go. So that's a little bit of what I do right now. I'm going to just do a really quick, fast bio of how I got to where I am right now. Basically, I started on the stage when I was 3, dancing, and that was ballet dancing. And I actually have a little picture of myself here somewhere. Oh, I don't know where it went. But I started when I was really tiny little girl, and I was on point at the age of 4. Now, that was not a good thing because my toes still suffer from that. Then I started singing. I started doing musical theater, which I did in high school. I did in college. I did quite a few productions around the Philadelphia area. Summer Stock Theater, they called it. And then I came to Montreal in 1972. I came to Montreal. At that time, I started doing theater, like theater, and I did serious theater in Montreal. I did some productions at the Centaur. I did some musical theater in Montreal as well. I did a production of Cabaret at Place des Arts. I did quite a lot of like stuff. I was doing so many things that honestly, I was also working in social services at the time. I started working in social services, and then in order to keep up music and dance and theater, things I wanted to do, I would do them on weekends. And I started to play in rock bands. In the 90s, I started to play jazz. In the actually late 1980s, I started my jazz career, jazz singing. I played the Ottawa Jazz Festival in 1990. And I have a program somewhere and I can't find it because, like, look, right? I can't find anything. So I wanted to show it to you because the the Ottawa Jazz Festival was sponsored by DiPierro. And at that time, everything was sponsored by cigarette companies. And I thought that was really interesting because obviously people doing music are they're singing and they're so there was a lot. It was very like sporting events as well were sponsored by cigarette companies. So I thought that was really funny. So I sang at the DiPierro Ottawa Jazz Festival in 1990. And then I continued to do touring, playing in rock bands, touring with doing a lot of rock stuff, a lot of fun weekend rock stuff in Quebec at that time. And I think this is important. There were in Quebec, and probably in Ontario as well, the government would sponsor festivals. Now, Dawn, you probably know something about this. The government would sponsor these festivals in the summer, and they would pay us a large sum of money to tour around in the summer and play these huge festivals. So I did that for about 6 years, and that was a lot of fun. Then in 2009, I started to play bluegrass and country, and mostly bluegrass. And I took a deep dive into the genre of old time and country music. And I toured, I went around down south with my banjo player, and we did a deep dive into the mountain music. And this is a song, this is a traditional song, one of the ones I was doing then. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, fear, or danger in this bright land to which I go. Going home, see my mama. Going home, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan, only going over home.
Nicely done.
No dark clouds, if you know it, sing along, Dawn. Will gather round me.
We'd be out of sync.
No, am I out of sync? Is dark and deep. So garden, how badly lies it for me. With these sleeping souls I'll keep. Going home, see my daddy. Going home, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan, only going over home. How badly was that out of sync?
That sounds great. Like
If
what
you
would
don't
happen
know-
if I sang along to you by the time my voice got back?
So if you want to sing along, you're gonna have to turn off your.
Yeah, I'd have to turn off my microphone here.
So what happened then so then what happened in 2010, I started to write music. And that was an interesting time because I really hadn't written much up until then, although I had a fun experience back in the early 1970s. I wrote a song. It was the first song I ever wrote. It was on a piano, and it was called "Please Don't Let Me Die Before I'm Famous." And it was in the style of Randy Newman. I love Randy Newman, and I would sit at the piano and play these Randy Newman songs. And it's lonely.
Virginia, we've lost your sound.
You lost my sound?
Barely hear you.
Okay. Any difference now?
Nope.
Let me check. Hold on. Testing mic, 1, 2, 3. Testing mic, input volume.
That's better.
The input volume is really low, and it's not letting me raise it because I've got a microphone. Ha.
That's
Is that
getting better.
Okay. It's not great though?
It's a lot better than it was. You were almost gone there.
Oh, that's good. So anyway, just on to say, I don't want to put everybody to sleep. We're here to have fun. So I wrote, so I wrote this song called "Please Don't Let Me Die Before I'm Famous," and the song was picked up by a TV star in Montreal who she had a TV show, and I don't even remember her name, Dominique something. It was in like I think it was like 1974, and she bought the song from me, or she somehow, I don't know. I don't even know if I sold her the rights to the song. It's possible that I did. She invited me to the taping of the show that she was singing the song on, and I went and I sat in the audience with Carol Pope and Andrea Martin. Now, if you're Canadian, you know who they are, but the three of us were really probably about the same age. And the three of us sat in the audience and watched this show. And Carol Pope and Andrea Martin were very good friends with this woman who had the show. But I was just a kid. Like I was just like a little kid. I knew who they were. I knew who Carol Pope was. I didn't know who Andrea Martin was yet, but they're big names in Canadian show business now. So that was a lot of fun. So that was my first experience. The second experience in writing songs was the Virginia's Folly album of The Wreck of the Lucy Walker. And that CD still gets a tremendous amount of airplay on internet radio. I have a big fan base there with this CD, and the entire joy of my musical career has been playing with the most incredible musicians that I've ever known. I have been so blessed and so just privileged to be playing with them. And oh, that went down again. Hold on. Did you lose my voice again? There we go. So since the pandemic, this is the first time in 40 years that I've played alone. And I think Don again can speak to that, because those of us who are musicians, the grand suffering for us right now is just not having that contact with other musicians. And I'll tell you, I've never played alone until now. So the Virginia's Folly Wreck of the Lucy Walker CD has on it the 9 of the best musicians I've ever heard in my life. So this was one of the songs from that CD. And I wrote the entire CD down in South Carolina, where I used to spend my winters when we could. Sunshine comes up and the birds start to holler. You can hardly tell the sparrow from the swallow or the dove. In Carolina heaven, there's no angels playing music, just lazy stares and rocking chairs and lots of southern love. And the road winds along the clouds and brushes past the pines and gently sets you down beside the sea. When Victoria's blossoms say goodbye, all bow their heads to say, if you're in Carolina, you're in heaven every day.
We lost you, Virginia.
Oh, the hound dogs are sleeping. You can hear a stubborn morning turtle dove. In Carolina heaven, there's no saints with horns a blowing, just cats of sausage, biscuits, please, and lots of southern love. And the road flies along the clouds, brushes past the pines, and gently sets you down beside the sea.
You okay?
When magnolia blossoms say goodbye, bow their heads to say, if you're in Carolina, you're in heaven every day. Moonlight comes up and the night falls so kindly. Fiddler's lullaby is sounding somewhere from above. In Carolina heaven, there's no angels playing music, just lazy stares and rocking chairs and good old southern love. And the road winds along the clouds and brushes past the pines and gently sets you down beside the sea, where magnolia blossoms big as that of elder heads to say, if you're in Carolina, you're in heaven every day. If you're in Carolina, you're in heaven every day. Thank you. Thank you all so much. So I'll play some more songs from that CD as we go, maybe a couple of more songs from that CD because it's fun. So then what happened is I retired from my job and I started to entertain. Actually, I started a while ago to entertain in seniors residences, in long-term care residences. And I used to do that when my son was little. He and I used to go and do that together. And we would schlep our keyboard and do seniors residences together. That was a lot of fun. And what ended up happening is I ended up developing a whole program of music therapy for the residences. And so this has been 12 years now I've been doing that. And that is the most rewarding thing that I could even imagine doing. And I miss it. My heart is torn out of my body from not being able to do it right now. I miss everybody so much. And a lot of the residents that I know well around Eastern Ontario are no longer with us because COVID did take them. And I know I've lost a lot of friends. And I can't even think about it because it's just been so hard for them. But the upside of it is that I did get a chunk of TV time from your TV in Cornwall to continue. What I first did was I videoed a lot of songs and I sent YouTube links to all of the residences. Unfortunately, it didn't work because most of the residences do not have access to YouTube or computers, but they all have TVs. So when your TV got a hold of what I was doing, they said, "Oh, we can help you." And I said, "Oh, thank you. So we did our 20th show last week. It's on every day, and I make sure all of the residences are listening, are watching every day, and they do. And not only it's been picked up now in I think 4 different cities across Ontario. And so I call those residences on a regular basis to make sure they're watching. And so that's been a real joy that I can still get the music to them. And I know those of us that entertain, I know Dawn, you as well know that getting the music out there right now, it's so hard. And you've played in residences too, so you know that how important that is to us to be able to have that music. And I'll tell you, this is one song, this is the song that I just love to sing. And we're going to sing this together because this is what I do. So if I could sing this song every day to every resident, every long-term care resident in the world, but we're all going to sing it together. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head in pride. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you'd always love me, and no one else would come between. but now you've left me to love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Yeah, there's a lot of latency on that, trying to sing over the net like this.
Well, if you just turn, you can mute your volume and yell as loud and sing as loud as you want. That's basically the trick to that. I know we can't sync ourselves. That's the big problem with the pandemic. We can't sync as musicians. That's the big technical issue.
And what I really miss is the seniors' residences, because that's what Grateful We're Not Dead caters to, is seniors' residence, long-term care. And well, the last gig we did was 1st of July, and it was because we could play outside for the seniors.
Wow.
Haven't
I
done
did a
it.
couple outside gigs, but that was really hard. I did one where I had to walk around the residence with my cordless mic and I was so exhausted by the end of it, but I was so happy I got to do it. But that the time is coming again soon when we'll be able to play outside again soon. But some of the residences just can't manage that. But it's true. We really it's so important and so much fun, and we miss it. It breaks our heart.
The seniors really miss it too.
Oh, it's horrible. They're not getting the music that they need. They need this music.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we do. I mean, what's fun about I think Don will attest to this as well. What's fun about our age group doing this music is that we get to play music from 6 decades. I know, and I don't know if there's another generation that's going to be able to do that, because we can do.
I started playing New Year's Eve, 1958. Been around a while.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so let's do grab your coat and grab your hat. Leave your worries at the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can you hear that pitter pat? Oh, that happy sound is your step. Life which sure is sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. This rover's crossed over. If I ever had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. La dee da 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 boom, la dee da 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 da, la da 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 la da la da da da. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. This rover's crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. So, hi Peter, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yep, on lots of meds,
Oh,
an ice pack machine, and yeah.
wow.
It's okay. I'll be playing in the summer.
I said you. I hope so. Well, we need to hear you play.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I
so
had a
glad
guitar
you-
in my hands this way yesterday. Sunny side of the street. I remember
Yeah,
that.
no. Yeah, just, I want to just sort of show everyone that what we do, those of us that from our generation that are doing music, we get to play everything. I mean, from all different. My favorite era though is this. I love 60s. I have so much fun playing 60s music, and it's a lot of fun. When you left me all alone at the record hop, said that you were going out for some soda pop. You were gone for quite a while, half an hour or more. You came back and man, oh man, this is what I saw. Lipstick on your collar, toe to tail on you. Lipstick on your collar, said you were untrue. Get your bottom dollar, you and I are through. Cause lipstick on your collar, toe to tail on you, toe to tail on you. You said it belonged to me, made me stop and think. Then I noticed yours was red, mine was baby pink. Who walked in but Mary Jane? Lipstick full of mess. Were you smooching my best friend? Yes, the answer's yes. Lipstick on your collar, toe to tail on you. Lipstick on your collar, said you were untrue. Get your bottom dollar, you and I are through. Cause lipstick on your collar, toe to tail on you, toe to tail on you, toe to tail on you. Thank you. I would like to again acknowledge that my Aunt Helen is here, and my Aunt Helen, I just can't believe it. Her, our dear Aunt Alice died last night, and Aunt Helen, I'm so happy I can share this day with you.
You talked to her
And you were Harry's godchild.
I am Uncle Harry's godchild. That's right. I know. I know.
I've
Oh,
known you a long time.
I know, but I love your letters. And Aunt Helen and I correspond through letters, which is just such a cool thing to do during the pandemic too. But we've been doing it for years, long before the pandemic. And I still think that I'm going to get down to see you soon down there in Oxford, and I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope that darn border.
And we lost Aunt Alice, you know.
I
She
know.
just said that, yeah.
I know. I know, but we shared some incredibly wonderful times together, and thank you for being here. It's so emotional for me to see you here. It's just
Yeah,
amazing.
some kind of
It's amazing. Wow.
stone past.
Oh, you look amazing, and I love you. So let's see, Don, give me a song. Give me a song choice. What do you have? And Peter, what do you want to hear?
Let me get some sound on here. Let me think. God. Something from back and maybe.
Going to the chapel.
Oh, wow. Go, yeah, that was a good one. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel of love. Spring is here, the sky is blue, oh, birds all sing as if they knew. Today's the day we'll say I do, and we'll never be lonely anymore, because we're going to the chapel gonna get married, going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you, and we're gonna get married, going to the chapel of love. Birds will sing, bells will chime. I'll be his and he'll be mine. We'll love until the end of time, and we'll never be lonely anymore. He comes, we're going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you, and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Going to the chapel of love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going to the chapel of love. And how about this one? This is one. Now, thank you so much. This is one that goes along with that. And I love to sing this song because, you know, we can get into a little bit of a discussion later on about those of us that have to choose a repertoire in this day and age, in this social climate, and what we do sometimes to sort of adjust and adapt to today's norms. And it's not easy sometimes. I've actually dropped songs from my repertoire because I find they just, even though I probably don't have to, I choose to. And but this is one I keep in because I love this one. I love this. I love doing this song. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, it's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, he'll tell you it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Ask the local gentry, he'll tell you it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to one conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. I love that song. So let me think about what. Okay, so one song that I recently dropped from my repertoire, and I was singing it for a long time, and it's a great song to sing, and it's You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. So I think up until the pandemic, I was singing that song, and it didn't bother me at all. And then one day I started to sing it, and I said, oh, why would I want to say that? You're nobody till somebody loves you. And I thought, oh, that's not a very good message. So then I take a lot of time now to yeah, and Helen, you know that song well. I take a lot of time now to go through my songs and sort of, I don't know, just sort of make sure that I'm giving a good message when I sing them. And sometimes I change gender. That's interesting, gender. I've dropped, I think another song I dropped from my repertoire is Old Kentucky Home. There's some songs that, although I do sing some Stephen Foster. I mean, Stephen Foster's a wonderful, wonderful composer and one of the greatest. But some of his songs cross boundaries for me in terms of what is now socially acceptable or should have been all along. But now we really know, and now we're all woke now. So, but I do sing. Well, I come from Alabama with banjo on my knee, bound for Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me. Oh, I come from Alabama with banjo on my knee. Well, it rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. Sun so hot I nearly froze. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me. Oh, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me. Oh, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Da 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 da. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. And that's a great Stephen Foster song. Now, I don't know if anybody
We're losing you again, Virginia.
can't hear me again.
Yeah.
I wonder if her microphone is set on auto volume.
Oh,
in Zoom,
probably. How would I
reactive Zoom
how would I
configuration,
unset
because
that?
when she plays her guitar, the voice, it just seems to,
So the guitar is cutting the voice out.
it could be your microphone is set on auto volume.
I think you're right.
What I discovered, Virginia,
Mhm.
what I discovered was the more you strum, the more it'll interfere with the sound quality. So as the quiet picking will achieve more results. We had that on Brysonville the other night. That the louder your guitar is, it tends to be too much overloaded information into the system, so then it comes out in spurts. So
Okay.
I don't know how to get around it. What we ended up doing is more finger picking songs than strumming songs.
Well, you know what? I have my thumb pick right here, so I can just and I can finger pick all of it anyway.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see.
Is that the Martin you're still playing?
No, this is my my custom.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the name of the guys who did it in Montreal.
Did you sell your Martin?
Nope, I still have it.
Aha! Good for you.
I couldn't bring myself to sell it. I was like, oh no. What happened was I was gonna sell it, and then one day I saw Edge, and it's a mini Martin. Okay, so it's a little
Yeah.
one, a baby, little tiny mini Martin. And then one day I'm watching TV, and Ed Sheeran comes on TV.
And he's got one.
Well, that's all he plays. And so
Yeah.
I said, well, I can't possibly sell it now.
Uh,
I was so excited. Okay, so let's sing. Let's go down the middle. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill, where I found you. The moon stood still on Blueberry Hill. It lingered there till my dreams came true. The wind in the willow plays the sweet melody, but all of the vows we made were never to be. Though we're apart, you're Hill, on Blueberry Hill, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill, where I found you. The moon stood still on Blueberry Hill, and I lingered there till my dreams came true. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody, but all of the vows we made were never to be. Oh, we're apart, you're part of me still, though you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Oh, you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. And I have to say, I see some of you have been singing along the whole
Yeah.
time. I think that's Rose. Rose, you're having a great time. I love that. That is awesome. And Jane, you too. You guys are just having a good time. I love it. So I love singing along songs. They're my favorite.
You were channeling Elvis, weren't you?
I'm channeling Elvis. I'm channeling Elvis. Let's see. I want to do another song we can sing because singing along, you guys are doing such a great singing along job. I love it. Well, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we're traveling along, singing a song side by side. Now we don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we're walking the road, sharing the load side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? As long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they go have their troubles and party, we'll be the same as we started. We'll be traveling along, singing a song side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? As long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their troubles and party, we'll be the same as we started. We'll be traveling along, singing a song side by side. We'll be traveling along, singing a song side by side. You guys are fun. So, does anybody have any questions? We just want to sing.
We're invited to your studio. We heard you're going to dance as well. I'm just waiting for the dancing part.
I know. You know, my dancing, it's funny. I should really. I don't have my shoes on, my tap shoes on.
I know.
I know. My dance studio is in the basement, and that's where it's really set up just for dance down there, which is just amazingly fun. But
So-
no, it's too bad. I mean, I was also going to take you all over to the piano because I do still do a lot of accompanying myself on the piano, and that was really where I started, was with the piano, and I do keep it up. But I didn't. This is where I spend the majority of my day, and I thought, like, I'm so comfortable here with you all here because this is where I do my Zoom shows and anything that I tape is here. This is really what I consider my main order of business because in the TV studio, it's the only thing allowed in the studio is myself and the guitar. And believe me, I am just, again, so overjoyed to have that privilege. There aren't very many people allowed in the TV studio anymore. And I'm the only, I think Ron Begg went back this week to redo, to start up at his show again. But up until this week, I was the only person going in to do any live recording in the studio. My dream is that the show continues and I invite all of you, Dawn and Peter, to come in and play with me in the studio. That's my dream. And I have a feeling it's going to happen. I have that feeling. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the stars start to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll say pizza bella. Hearts will play like a gay tarantella. When the world makes you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you walk down the street with the world at your feet, you're in love. When you glide on a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the stars start to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll say pizza bella. Hearts will play like a gay tarantella. Lucky fella, when the world makes you drool just like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you walk down the street with the world at your feet, you're in love. When you glide on a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Okay, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready to sing? From Robin to everyone, students are starting to arrive. Oh, that's great. Bye, Robin. Thank you. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Then I grew up and fell in love. I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I answered tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Good singing, everybody. Now I see I haven't been answering my chat. I see I'm new to students are starting. It's been great. I joined singing along. Need more musicians on this channel. Hugs. That is so sweet. Thank you. That is so nice. So wow, this is we have a few more. We've got some more time. Does anybody have any more questions or you just want to keep singing? I love it. Let's keep singing. So I'm not going to strum hard. So this is another song that I get a lot of requests for from a lot of I think the most popular music that I do in the residences is I call it the hit parade. Hit parade music is really my favorite music, one of my favorite genres of music. And that is just really popular music from the late 1950s into like the early 1970s. And this was one that was, I think it was the McGuire sisters. Sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Honey in the morning, honey in the evening, honey at supper time. Be my little honey and love me all the time. Put your arms around me and swear by stars above. You'll be mine forever in heavens of love. Oh, sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Now sugar time is any time that you're near. 'Cause you're so dear, don't you roam. Just be my honeycomb, 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 and live in the heavens of love. Oh, sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Honey in the morning, honey in the evening, honey at supper time. Be my little honey and love me all the time. Put your arms around me, swear by stars above. You'll be mine forever in heavens of love. Oh, sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Thank you. So those are the most popular songs that I do in the residences. And we have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one that is really popular. There's actually two I could do. I think I'll do that one. I love you. I always have to get my keys. I love those dear hearts and gentle people that live in my hometown. Because those dear hearts and gentle people, they never ever let you down. They read the good book from Friday till Monday. That's how their weekend goes. I've got a dream house I'll build there one day with picket fence and rambling roads. I feel so welcome each time that I return. My happy heart is laughing like a clown, because those dear hearts and gentle people, they live and love in my hometown. I love those dear hearts and gentle people that live in my hometown, because those dear hearts and gentle people, they never ever let let me down. There's a place I'd like to know that is here in Ontario, where the people always smile and say hello. And it's really kind of neat when you're walking down the street, and that is why I'd like the world to know I love those dear hearts and gentle people that live in my hometown, because those dear hearts and gentle people, they never ever let me down. They read the good book from Friday till Monday. That's how their weekend goes. I've got a dream house. I'll move there someday with picket fence and rambling rose. I feel so welcome each time that I return. My happy heart is laughing like a clown, because those dear hearts and gentle people, they live and love in my hometown. That's a great one. So I think we're coming to the end of the road here. Is that correct, Richard?
Yeah, it looks like we got about 2 minutes left.
Well, I think that I'm just going to spend that 2 minutes saying thank you to everybody. And this was so much fun. And
That's
I can't say
wonderful.
enough. And Helen,
Yes.
did you want to say something, sweetie?
No, I'm just think your dad would be so happy for you.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
Joey listening to you now too?
Pardon me?
Is Joey listening to you too?
No, he's not. He doesn't Zoom. And actually, quite a few people contacted me this morning. There's quite a few people who don't Zoom. So
Well, I
I
love
find it
hearing,
great that you're here.
I love hearing you. I love hearing you.
Oh, thank
I
you.
heard so much about you growing up and seeing you, but I never saw you perform.
And thank you. I know it's funny, eh? I know. But you know what's funny is that when my dad and mom, when they both passed away, instead of having a traditional viewing or funeral, because they were such happy souls. They were always singing and laughing. Oh my goodness.
I heard about it.
So what we did was for them, we did them for both of them. We had sing-alongs like this in their residences. And we had a big lobby. We decorated the lobby, and this was for their funerals. It was just great, and everybody sang along, and they just thought it was.
I think it was just exactly what they would want.
I know.
Yes.
I know. And when my mom had passed first and we did it for her, and my dad was like, he was so jealous. He's like, oh, we're doing this for me. Okay. Okay. So we did. It was perfect. So yeah, that's
Beautiful.
absolutely. Yeah. I don't know what I want. I want a Viking funeral. Oh, no,
All
but
right,
this is
Virginia.
great. And
Thank
Richard,
you so much for doing this. It was a real joy. Does
Thank
anybody have any last questions for Virginia before we wrap this up?
I do.
yes, Peter.
Do you know a song? I think it was from World War II, probably Edith Piaf, something en rose,
La vie en rose.
something on rose.
La vie en rose.
Rose.
Yeah,
Huh?
La vie en rose. I do not at this point. It's on my list to learn it. I do two
What's
songs
what's
right
it
now.
called?
La vie en rose.
The en Rose.
Yeah, it's a beautiful French.
Oh, la 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 vie en rose.
La vie en rose.
La vie en rose. Yeah,
Knows it.
One of my favorite songs.
I'm
beautiful.
gonna learn. Okay, so I'm gonna learn it and I'm gonna sing it for everybody next time.
They have an English and French version. So there's a French first, and then we have an English version.
Yeah, I would only do the French probably. I do two French songs that I didn't do today, but there are two that I do. And I'm pushing myself hard to continue. Since I left Quebec, I've been lazy, but I'm pushing myself now to get back in to do the French songs. It's really important. And La Vie en Rose is an amazingly beautiful song.
Well, the French resident, they love to sing along the answering songs. That's
Oh,
what
they
they
do the
always
call.
ask for, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really good. We do have a couple of groups here in there's one group that does it in French. Oh, and I'm trying to get them out to Art Walk. I've been trying to locate them and
Oh.
Tim knows who they are over at Glen Storden. So I've been
Yes,
in
yes, I know
contact
the
with
group,
him.
yeah.
So I want to get them for Art Walk. They're
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. And yeah, I love that stuff. Love the call and response. Beautiful. Again, thank you. And I'd like to thank Yak for doing this and Art Hive, Richard, and your Arts Council Cornwall. This is fantastic fun. And it's going to keep up and everybody can tune back in and see what's coming next. I don't know what's coming next. And thanks to Yafa. And I think Yafa can be with us today because she's doing an exhibit down at the gallery. But thank you all. And till next time, I'm going
Thank you
to
for
do
letting
Neil
us
Rose.
say
I'm gonna
Thank
put
you
it
so
up
much.
on the site.
Thank
Okay, Virginia.
Thank you, Virginia.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Shelley.
you.
And thank you, Mimi. Are you guys still with us? They're shy, camera shy. That's okay.
I have a question for the artists in the group. How many of you have been working steadily and producing really good results over the past year? Is that a bad question?
It's a good question. Why aren't we?
Well, I'm finding that art in general seems to be flourishing around us underneath, and it's going to, at the end of this, when it comes out, that's what always happens in a crisis. The arts seem to emerge because people have been introspective and saying, this is how I'm feeling and this is what I'm producing. So I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that's coming. I know Kathleen, you're working on some that you've had for a while, and Linda too. I think
I've got some commissions to do, so.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's been really lovely seeing some of what's being done. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Art Walk is coming up.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
looking forward to all of you, whether it's at the art walk or visiting the art walk. So
I also wanted to mention that I made a suggestion to my musical friends, Robert Cody and a few others, that I know there's some fundraising going for the new arts center, but the musicians wanted to get together and put something, and Virginia, that would include you and your friends and so on. But we need somebody to sort of spearhead an event, whether it's at the or like this online as a fundraiser to get us to the million kind of thing. I'm in it. I know a bunch of guys who are in as well. So
Well, we'll all keep in
Somebody-
touch and see where that's going because I know it's starting to happen now. And Dawn, thank you for checking in. This has been super fun. I'm so happy to meet. Dawn and I have been communicating online for a very, very,
Yeah.
very long. Dawn, what's the name of your band?
Grateful we're not dead.
Grateful We're Not Dead.
There's a-
Oh, I know. So, I mean, it's really, really wonderful to meet you
Well,
face to face, right?
It was nice to get to meet you face to face, so to speak.
I
and to hear you
know.
perform.
you guys play Escalator to Heaven? You play Escalator to Heaven?
Our religious type of songs, the only one I think we could fit in is one called I Think God Made Boobs for Me.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's great. Guys, again, thank you. And I think
Thank you,
we're gonna
Virginia. Thank you so
Check
much.
out now, Richard. I think our hour is up.
Yeah, thanks, Virginia.
Our hour is well up, but everybody's having too much fun.
I know,
yeah,
eh?
it's been a great
Oh,
one. Yeah.
Wait, let me get my wine.
Next time, next time.
I
Right.
seriously,
Yeah.
if I have the wine, then I lose it. I can't do this and drink wine. I used to be able to though, let me tell you. I was good at that.
Well, we have a glass for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you again for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
Thank you
doing
so
this.
much.
Thank
It's
you.
nice seeing
Thank you all.
Stay well, everybody. Stay well.
Thanks.
Bye now.
Yes,
Well,
everybody.
Ann Helen, I
Good night.
love you. And we're gonna do this again, Ann Helen. We're gonna chat more.
They're good.
Ginny Lou. Bye-bye, Ginny Lou.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm shutting down.